Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I know I had to think about that for a minute, didn't I? No, I had to go run and take care of something first thing this morning, and I've only been back for maybe an hour or something like that. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I worked really late last night. By the time everything was said and done, and I was really pushing myself to trying to increase how much I'm working and how much money I'm making and so forth. I really want to see about doing that, um, so I can start getting caught up with some things. Let's face it, all this mess that I've been dealing with has taken its toll on my finances. But slowly but surely, I'm getting there. And yeah, I did find out yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, what the thing that's going to give me the blues. Yeah, I found out what that. Oh boy. I found out what that was. So yeah, I had to go and at least put a band-aid on it. That's basically all I've done for right now, and I'm gonna have to take care of that this month. So, oh, looks like somebody's coming over to get some lovin's. So yeah, I worked. I didn't get home until about 4 o'clock this morning. I was gonna see about cooking some food, but I was in no mood, and I tried stopping off to get something to eat, and the only thing that was really sounding good was one place, a fast food restaurant, and unfortunately, they were going through restarting systems or whatever. I don't know what it is, but anyway, they were down. So I couldn't do that, and I didn't feel like cooking. She's trying to eat my tablet right now. Um, and so all I did was I just I had to cover my insulin, so and I had to eat something anyway. And so I just had some peanut butter crackers and a couple of cookies that I made those chocolate cookies yesterday. Scrumptious. Oh, are they good? They're soft and chewy. They're basically like brownie cookies, only better than brownies even. So anyway, yeah, had a couple of those and some mozzarella cheese, and that was dinner. It was one of those times when I wish I had some bread so I could just make a peanut butter sandwich, be done with it, and go to bed. Basically, this is what it boiled down to. And I still don't feel like cooking. I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go and get myself something to eat real quick, and then so I can take a little bit of a nap and hit it again tonight. It's like, yes, I want to. Also, yesterday I was really getting pulled by spirit to start that inhaler. I'm like, okay, but I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I took the recommended dosage. Definitely had a little bit of side effects. Um, with jitteriness, actually, I had to go down to the office and talk to the staff, and they thought that I was nervous, and I'm like, no, I just started this medication, and it's making me very jittery. So, but I did notice a huge difference last night with working, and I'm noticing a huge difference this morning. And yeah, part of the reason why I did it was because I was getting called by spirit, but I was feeling some irritation in here, but trying to push myself and so forth, and trying to expose myself more to allergens and everything. And was feeling a bit irritated in here, especially since we had some high level clouds moving through. And I was like, okay, so yeah, like I said, I did the regular dosage that the doctor wants me to do, and I did have that happen. It did calm down at some point, um, And then I went out to work afterwards. It was one of the reasons why I wound up working late, because I got a late start. Um, but anyway, yeah, I know I keep wanting to fall asleep. Part of it's because I'm hungry. I need to go and get some food. But I wanted to do this video first. That way, it has opportunity to upload while I'm doing my thing, basically. So anyway, yeah, but I did notice things were calming down, but it was also getting irritated because I driving around with my windows open. It's, like in the 60s, kind of a little bit chilly weather, so the cold was getting in there and irritating a little bit as well. And I did have to close my windows here and there. Ooh, she's being such a cutie girl. I just want to eat her up all the time. She's just so precious. So anyway, but I noticed when I had to go run my errand this morning that, yeah, it is feeling a lot better in there. So I'm thinking that maybe what I'll do is I'll just do some experimentation, and maybe what I'll do is when I take my nap, maybe I'll just do one puff. Maybe try doing one puff once a day and see what happens. And I figure I'll do it before I curl up and take my nap. Then that way it gives my body opportunity to rest and relax and get it into my system and so forth. Just like with the insulin, because the insulin can have a tendency to make me drowsy too. And it did make me a little bit drowsy, the inhaler, and a little bit of nausea, but not that bad. So yeah, I'm gonna try that and see, just kind of play around with it and go from there. But I am noticing a big difference, and I was even able this morning. I had to go back down to the office for another reason. They're going to get sick of seeing me. No, they actually light up. That's the word I'm trying to think of. They actually light up when I go down there. And it's like, oh, hi, Miss Val. It's like, oh, hi. But anyway, when I was walking down to the office, there was a couple gentlemen standing in front of their door, and they were smoking a cigarette, and I had to walk right by them. And not too bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to breathe in secondhand smoke intentionally or whatever. But at the same point, it was like I noticed I wasn't being irritated as bad. It was like, actually, I wasn't being irritated at all. I'm like, okay. So maybe, fingers crossed. Even if I have to do it, like maybe once every other day or something like that. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, just experiment for right now. But yeah, and definitely yesterday was that 9-day with my numerology calendar and with the message that came out and everything. Yeah, I'm not going to do a reading today. Too tired. But yeah, I was really quite shocked. I wasn't shocked, but yeah, it was. I know I'm scatterbrained right now because I'm really tired, and I need to eat. And my sugar was a little bit low. I had a couple cookies to help bring my sugar up. But yeah, I'm gonna run out of those cookies in a big hurry. Thank goodness I have more ingredients to be able to. Yeah, but anyway. What was I saying? I don't even know anymore. But anyway, one thing that came into mind, also today is Nevada Day observed. Nevada was actually founded on a Halloween day, I think it was 61 or something. I don't remember. But anyway, today is the observed holiday. So no federal institutions or anything will be closed, of course. But you'll probably find several state and local places closed. Because like DMVs and possibly the courthouse. So if you're in town wanting to go to the marriage bureau, things like that, you might find closed today. I don't know about tomorrow. If it's if memory serves. It's usually I know like DMVs are open on Saturdays, but they don't take walk-ins. That's the only problem. They only do walk-ins on Wednesdays. So I'd recommend if you desperately need to get something taken care of by DMV, check out the other third-party places. Yeah, you have to pay a pretty penny in order to do it. But if it's that desperate of a need, check out those places. But as far as any place else is concerned, if you can call ahead or Google, see if they updated their hours, something like that. Just to see, like for instance, the Marriage Bureau, the Marriage Licensing Bureau. So that might be open still. Because it is such a big money maker or whatever for the county, that probably that may be open. I don't want to say probably or whatever, but if you're in town wanting to get a marriage license today, tomorrow, I would still check to make sure before you head over there, because they may or may not be open because of the state holiday. So anyway, yeah, I have a busy weekend ahead of me, needing to get rent together, and then I've also got another bill and so forth, and then I'm going to talk to them on Sunday to see if anything has changed as far as having to relocate for the one night. Fingers crossed that it won't have to. I didn't see the notice down there. So, yeah, fingers crossed that maybe they were able to work things out to where maybe I might just pay the new rent without having to relocate for one night. So, I'm not looking forward to it because I'm thinking of everything I'm going to have to take with me, even though it's just one night. It's like, oh gosh. So, anywho, but yeah, that's kind of what I have going on right now. The moon right now is in Leo, at least until tomorrow. I didn't check my calendar to see when it's supposed to be moving into Virgo. First quarter moon was yesterday. Another beautiful moonrise, nice beautiful golden color. So definitely fall in nature. Still a little bit above normal temperatures, but not too bad. I think we're upper 80s. If you're going out to Death Valley, I seen that it's supposed to be a high of 95 this weekend. Places like Lake Havasu or what have you, I think it's supposed to be like upper 80s, low 90s, something like that. So, but yeah, beautiful weather, not too bad. I did hear on the radio this morning while I was out running my errand that Point 97.1 The Point, that's our classic rock station, is still definitely going to be doing that fundraiser to help out the hurricane victims. So head on over. I think they said their website was Point 97.1 Radio or Point Radio, something like that. I don't remember. Just Google 97.1 The Point, and their website should pop up, and I'm sure that there's probably an events calendar or something where you can check that out. So you can, if you're going to be coming into town, whenever that concert is, it's a benefit concert for them, then yeah, you can see about doing that. Maybe attending that. I have no idea who's going to be performing or anything like that, but we have a lot of talent that lives here, celebrity talent that lives here in Vegas. So I'm sure that they'll be polling a lot of those folks for that, and including classic rockers. Yeah, quite a few of them who live here. Um, that was the other thing. I did see yesterday that Renovation Foundation is also doing another fundraiser. This one kind of in connection with the fundraiser that they did last weekend. So if you want to be able to continue with that fun or relive the nostalgia a little bit. Basically, it's a contest. I don't remember exactly what all is involved with the contest, but I know that. Let's see here. From what I remember, please do not quote me on this, because of course I'm half asleep trying to remember this. I know from what I remember, I believe that there was a night stay at the Venetian, a set of golf clubs, and being given away, and I think tickets to the Jimmy Kimmel, not the TV show, but his comedy club that he has here. Um, I believe. Like I said, don't quote me on that, but go check that out if you want to see about helping out still yet. If that's something that you're not interested in, of course you know you can always make donations, or you can buy apparel like hats and sweatshirts and T-shirts, and I believe there's backpacks, mugs, water containers, all that sort of stuff. And the great thing about that is that you're also able to help promote at the same time. So, you know, buying that apparel is can also help with promoting at the same time. So, and you're also helping out with a good cause too. Oh my goodness. And I also heard on the radio that there's something going on with the Nevada SPCA here in Las Vegas with some sort of promotion that they're doing as well. So, I know I'm kind of starting to become a hub for promoting uh, nonprofit stuff and and local talent and so forth. It's like, okay, how did this happen? Hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. I would much rather promote things that I know that are good for good causes. Okay, and I did adopt from the Nevada. From the Nevada SPCA. Before I had possum, I had a bunny, as a lot of you know. Those of you who don't know, I had a bunny before I had my cat. And by the way, welcome if you're new to the channel. um, he was a lop ear. His name was Irving Berlin. That was the name he came with. I just kept it. It seems how he responded to it. He was a little brat. That's for sure, but I loved him to pieces. He had great energy. But anyway, I adopted him from the Nevada SPCA. I actually had just lost the last of my babies that I had year before, something like that. And I needed a break. I had 16 pets at one point. Some of them were wildlife that were unreleasables. From when I did wildlife rehabilitation, yes, I had the licensing. You have to have a license in order to be able to keep wildlife. Okay, so don't be going out trying to catch owls and so forth and keeping them for yourself unless you have proper licensing. Okay, so I want to make sure I reiterate that. So anyway, yeah, I had some of them were pets that people just didn't want anymore for one reason or another, so I took them in. Some of them were my own. So yeah, like I said, I had 16 of them at one point. And some of them were back in Virginia, but I moved the last four of them out here. And I lost the last of them, like, I think it was the year before or whatever. And I was thinking that I kept seeing, I was driving cab at the time, and because unfortunately I had graduated with my second bachelor's, and it was during the recession, and there weren't any jobs available. So I went back to driving cab, and I was driving 72 hours a week. And yeah, I know, that's a lot of hours. And I'm heading back in that direction. Don't mind it in the least. But anyway, I when I was coming home for lunch, I had the news on, and I kept seeing these commercials for the Nevada SPCA, promoting their new website. Go up there, see what sort of animals are ready for adoption, so on and so forth. Finally, curiosity killed this cat, and and I was thinking, I just wanted a little dog, like a little lap dog, ankle biter, you get a little yipper snapper or whatever, that's what I was thinking that I wanted, like maybe a little Yorkie, something along that size, like a Yorkie. But a little lap dog, something that I could love or whatever. And I was in a relationship at that time, too. We talked about it, and I was just like, okay. Well, I went up there, and right there on the home page was Irving. And it was kismet. I just fell in love with it. I just had to go over there and see him. So I at least settled my curiosity. I went over there, and I was just like, oh gosh, I have to have him. And yeah, he was a nervous little guy and so forth, understandable. But and of course, the nice thing about places like that is that they're already spayed or neutered. So, and of course they have their shots and everything. That's basically what you're paying for when you pay the adoption fee. For the majority of it anyway. Plus it also came with free health check after the adoption was completed and everything. So anyway, I went home. I talked to my boyfriend, and basically it was his house, and I was just like, well, what do you think about this and everything? He's like, well, let's go over and check it out and everything. And it's like, okay. And he fell in love with him also. So it was definitely kismet. Of course, we broke up. I took him with me and everything, but we had shared custody. One of those situations. He would take him every once in a while, or he'd come over and visit and so forth. So, and we're still friends. We're still friends to this day. It's just, one of those things where you just know it's not going to work out or whatever. But we care, and we still care about each other and everything. Just it's more of a friendship sort of thing, and so forth. But anyway, yeah, and I had him when I found her. She's at the foot of the bed right now. I had him when I found her. He was kind of going through some health issues, but that's not the reason why I adopted her. I just found her late one night while out Ubering, and I couldn't leave her. She was just so tiny, so innocent, and I just couldn't leave her. And here we are 6 years later, and she's my baby. Yeah, she knows it. She knows she's my baby. I love her to pieces, and she knows it. So anyway, all right, I know a lot today with some things, and I'm ready to fall asleep. So I better get moving, go get me some food before I do fall asleep and everything. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. I hope you all have a great weekend. Um, oh, and I did find out that SEMA, that's our second biggest convention of the year, is actually going to be a little late this year. It's usually right after Halloween, but it's not until November 8th. And I do expect quite a few Halloween parties this weekend, too. So, um, and in case I forget to mention it, tomorrow's my mom's birthday. She would have been 71 this year if she was still alive. 71. That would have been a long time for a type 1 diabetic. She would have been a type 1 diabetic for almost 50 years. Yeah, because I was 4 and I'm going to be 50, so she would have been a type 1 diabetic for 46 years. Yeah, that's a long time for a type 1. So, especially from that day and age. But there's been a lot of great advancements in diabetes. Of course, we still have a long way to go, but there's been a lot of great advancements in the treatment of type 1 diabetes. I've seen it my whole life. So, yeah, it's awesome. So anyway, I'm going to shut up. So I can get some sleep and eat and everything. I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, alright? Home means the better.